Horror movies have been entertaining audiences for decades, but what goes on behind the scenes can be just as scary as what's happening on screen. From unexplained occurrences to eerie coincidences, the making of these films is often plagued by supernatural events that can leave even the most seasoned filmmakers spooked. In this list, we'll be counting down the top 5 haunting behind-the-scenes stories from the making of horror movies, guaranteed to give you chills.
Mysterious stories.
Number 5. The 2005 horror movie, Amityville House, is a retelling of the 1979 film, The Amityville Horror, and is the 9th film adaptation of Jay Anson's book, The Amityville Horror. The film depicts the supernatural encounters of the Lutz family after they move into the same Long Island house where Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 of his family members in 1974. Both the 1979 movie and its 2005 remake, The Amityville Horror, were plagued by eerie occurrences on set. James Brolin, who initially didn't want to take the lead role in the original film, changed his mind after a pair of his pants fell off a hanger while he was reading a scary part of the script. In the 2005 remake, Ryan Reynolds and other cast members claimed to wake up at exactly 3:15 a.m. every morning, which was the same time Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his family in the real-life Amityville house. Additionally, a dead body washed up near the filming set during production. Whether there was truly a supernatural presence on set remains unknown. Have you watched this film? Comment if you recommend it for me. Number 4. The Omen is a horror movie from 1976, directed by Richard Donner and written by David Seltzer. The story revolves around Damien Thorne, a young boy who was secretly adopted by his father, after their biological child dies shortly after birth. As strange incidents and violent deaths occur around the family, they eventually discover that Damien is the Antichrist. Just like the plot of the movie, there were strange occurrences and deaths associated with the making of the film. The tragedy started with the suicide of the son of the film's main actor, Gregory Peck. Do you think there is any coincidence here? During the production of the movie, both the cast and crew experienced multiple lightning strikes while on planes. For instance, Gregory Peck's plane was hit by lightning while flying to London, and the executive producer's plane was also struck by lightning a few weeks later while en route to Los Angeles. Then, the plane that was intended for filming, but was swapped out at the last minute, ended up crashing and killing everyone on board. Not yet, a day after the crew finished filming the scene at the zoo, an employee at the zoo was also eaten by a tiger. On the same day, director Richard Donner's hotel was bombed. Enough? No. The next tragedy even shocks you more. A terrible car accident occurred with 2 special effects experts of the film, Liz Moore and John Richardson. Richardson escaped with barely a scratch, but Liz's body was cut in half, like the scene where Keith Jennings was cut in half while trying to kill Damien with a knife. Do you believe that the movie was cursed? The answer is up to you to decide, and don't forget to drop your comments. Number 3. The 1982 film Poltergeist, directed by Tobe Hooper and produced by Spielberg, is a classic American horror movie. It tells the story of the Freelings, a family who experience terrifying paranormal events in their home and have the daughter Carol Ann abducted by ghosts controlled by a monster. 4 cast members died during and after the filming of the series, with 2 deaths being particularly mysterious and unexpected. Heather O'Rourke played the role of Carol Ann Freeling in the Poltergeist series, was misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease in 1987, and the following year, she passed away due to complications from a congenital intestinal abnormality. Dominique Dunne, who portrayed Dana Freeling in the first movie, also had a tragic and unexpected fate. In 1982, she was killed by her former partner, who choked her in her driveway. 2 other cast members of the Poltergeist series also passed away. One died of stomach cancer after finishing filming. The other died after undergoing a heart-lung transplant with a low chance of survival. Are you ready for this secret? It's no wonder that this movie has so many scary rumors, because according to a claim by one of the actors, Steven Spielberg, the director of the Poltergeist series, wanted to use real human skeletons instead of plastic ones as props in the movie, allegedly to save money. And to boost the actors' real feelings, it wasn't until being on the set that the director revealed that they were real skeletons. Although this claim has never been proven, it is still widely circulated and is a part of the cursed reputation of the films. Do you think the real skeletons are related to these deaths? Number 2. The Exorcist is a classic horror movie from 1973 about a young girl who becomes possessed by a demon and her mother's efforts to save her through an exorcism performed by Catholic priests. The film was directed by William Friedkin and written by William Peter Blatty, based on his novel of the same name published in 1971. Many strange events happened on the set of The Exorcist, including objects falling and coinciding with the director shouting, "Shoot!" This led to the director and screenwriter inviting a priest to exorcise the film crew. Besides, there are 9 deaths related to the film. Jack McGowan, playing Burke Dennings, died of flu at the age of 55. The time of Jack McGowan's death was only 1 month before the film was released. In the film, the role of Burke Dennings also died prematurely. Before the film's release, Vasiliki Maliaros, playing the mother of priest Karas, died at the age of 90. 3 years after the release of the film, the detective William F. Kinderman, played by Lee J. Cobb, passed away at the age of 64 after a heart attack. Several deaths of people connected to the actors of The Exorcist are believed to have contributed to the film's horror aspect. Regarding the actors' deaths and their loved ones' deaths during the filming of The Exorcist, I think it was just a coincidence, and that many people take their fear for themselves, and then weaves illusory truths and believes them to be real. What do you think? Comment below. Before we go to the last but not least case, thanks for watching this video so far. If you find it satisfies you, be sure to subscribe to me because new videos will be uploaded every day. Check out other videos on my channel. Please give me your suggestions for how to increase the video's quality, and in case you have any sources to share, don't hesitate to contact me. Number 1. In 2013, James Wan directed a supernatural horror movie called The Conjuring, which was written by Chad Hayes and Carey W. Hayes. The movie features Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are known for investigating and writing about famous haunted cases. The Conjuring is a movie that is said to be inspired by the real-life story of a family who reported experiencing ghostly activity in their 1970s home. Some family members were involved in the filming, but the mother didn't want to go near the set. She believed that the unexplained events happening during filming were evidence that the spirits were still present and causing trouble. During a visit from family members, a strong wind suddenly picked up and swirled around them. However, they couldn't see any movement in the trees in front of them, which is what you would normally expect to see with a gust of wind. Only a few days after, the hotel where the actors and movie crew were staying caught fire and everyone had to be evacuated. While working late one night, The Conjuring director James Wan's dog began growling at something. When James investigated, he couldn't find anything that could be upsetting the dog. However, the dog was staring intently at something in a corner of the room that James couldn't see. This experience scared James enough that he took a break from work, playing a paranormal investigator in The Conjuring, but Vera Farmiga refused to bring the movie script home because it made her uncomfortable and scared to read at night. During a phone call with James Wan, she found 3 digital claw marks on her laptop screen. She didn't think about it anymore until months later, after finishing filming, she woke up to find 3 claw mark bruises on her thigh. If I were paid $1,000 to star in these movies, I'll deny it immediately. Do you have the same idea as me? Let me know.